Hey, how's it going? It's a pre-roll before the podcast. It's Shad Wicker here. Just letting you know that we have two massive shows coming up very soon for Shad and Pete Save the World. Our live show at the Good Chat Comedy Club, September 28th in Brisbane, and our massive October 11th show in Sydney at the Comedy Store. What the fuck? Ticket links for those shows are in our show notes, but more importantly, if you're a fan of the pod, message us on our socials at Shad and Pete Save the World, and we will hook you up with some cheap-ass tickets, man. So make sure you message us on our socials to get yourselves those tickets. And, of course, if you like the pod, please leave it a 5-star review, rate it, follow it, all that jazz to help get it out there, okay? Enjoy the show. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the Shad and Pete Save the World podcast. It's the podcast version of the live show that everyone already thought was a podcast. My name is Pete, and joining me is the Shad to my Pete. It's Shad Wicker.
I love being the Shad to your Pete, mate.
Yeah, how are you?
Thank you so much, mate. I'm good. I'm good. I'm having a good day. I feel all right. We're recording this pod before we do our really big Brisbane show, which is really exciting.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm in a giggly mood from all the slurs we were just saying. Sorry about that. I'm going to calm it down. No, we're not supposed to say that, and it wasn't recording, so it doesn't matter. But
it was recorded, and I will be splicing them into the episodes later on.
Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, this is being recorded before our big Brisbane show. Tomorrow night at the Brisbane Powerhouse.
Yeah.
And I got to say, man, these podcasts, these podcast versions have been so much fun.
Yeah?
I've really enjoyed it.
You liking it so far?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, but I've been feeling it's just been a bit testosterone heavy for the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, well,
I mean with us.
Yeah, obviously.
The guests, we've had Lewis Gunham and Luke Kidgel, so there was a fair bit of estrogen coming off of those two fellas, but I felt like we could really bring a bit of like powerful feminine energy to the podcast.
We were doing a lot of pre-pod pumps.
Oh,
I think which was really busting up.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
testosterone in it, you know. A couple of quick reps before we get into it.
Repetitions.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just making sure.
You getting the gym lingo?
But I'd like to introduce our guest for today. It is the wonderful EMMA ZAMMIT.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Oh my God, I love how you've described me as feminine energy. I've got the deepest huskiest voice.
Yeah, g'day, boys.
Oh, g'day, fellas.
Yeah, you're a gateway, Sheila.
We're not ready yet.
Yeah, for the listeners, ease them in. Ease them in. They've just come off the back of a couple of episodes, a couple of hunky episodes.
Could be described hunky. No.
Yeah, you're a bit of a hunk. I'd say you're the hunk of comedy.
You're a stud.
The hunk
You're a
of Brisbane, real star of Brisbane comedy.
Yeah, the hunk. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, and thanks very much for letting us have a little look at your Harley Davidson before we started recording. That was so sick that you.
I love that name for
over.
my penis. Thank you.
The Harley Davidson. Very nice.
How have you been, EMMA ZAMMIT?
Yeah, I've been good. Working like a dog, but good.
Yeah.
Not on comedy, just my normal day job.
just dog stuff.
Yeah, just dog stuff.
Just working like a dog.
On the
just gonna
dog.
Piss on a
needs
tree.
training, needs discipline. No, I've been
you've
good.
been travelling around a fair bit lately. You just did your Sydney Comedy Festival shows.
Yeah, and
Good
Brisbane,
times.
Sydney, Brisbane. Sydney, like the last show was an interesting thing happened to me there that I don't think will ever happen again in my comedy career. But I had to finish.
Got a laugh, did you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Fuck me,
You
Dad.
saw it, you mate.
Like, the fact
One
that-
of the
fact
boys.
that you both impulsively turned to high five each other like fucking cockheads. Then, like, it wasn't even a question for you. Like that was definitely a high five moment.
Yeah.
But it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You reckon?
It
You
really
set that
wasn't.
up.
But
And you were a part of that.
Thanks so much. Man, it's good when three lads just get together and have a laugh. Eh?
Just the boys.
The boys.
But yeah, what happened in your last show?
Well, there's this. My show's about grief, and it's about the 5 stages of grief. And there's a real pivotal point at the end of the show, which is quite emotional, and a lot of people like lean in on their own grief, and it's like it's a not a moment where a lot of the crowd starts crying for their own stuff and all that. But the show's funny. But
Everyone's crying.
To preface that. But in this one point where I'm explaining something in detail that ties everything together, I commented and I had this huge thump, but you can't see past the second or third row. So I was like, what was that? And then I just I went to keep going, and the tech goes, you need to stop the show immediately. and turned all the lights on, and a poor girl had fainted right in the middle aisle. Now, like most of my crowd is 80% of them are in floods of tears of their own stuff.
Wow.
So it was a really just the tension in the room just completely, obviously broken by this poor girl. So we all I ran down into the middle of the aisle, and these people in the crowd were like, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse. And my mate who's an osteo is like in the background, I'm an osteo.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you're like, guys, shut up. I'm a comic. I'm a comic.
It's like that Baywatch. Have you seen that clip from Baywatch?
No.
Where it's like someone's dying and they're going to give him CPR, and the guy's like, get out of my way, I'm a doctor. And then one of the Baywatch people comes and goes, yeah, well, I'm a lifeguard. Like, since when did that trumpet out?
So, person's fainted.
So we start moving chairs away from her, and then it was just this point where I was like, I can't finish this show. It's not going to... So I got back on stage and I was like, hey, everyone, I really appreciate you coming, but, it's not appropriate for us to be around her because she was taking a really long time to come out of the faint. Anyway, so we all filed downstairs, and then we couldn't stay in the hallway down there. They were like, you need to go outside because there's other shows. So we're standing outside, and this girl... I'm telling this story about my dad at that moment, and this girl comes up to me and she pulls up her sleeve and she's like... And there's a huge tattoo on her arm that says, I love Dad, because I was telling the story about my dad who died, and she goes, I need to hear the end of that story. And I was like... Oh, I can tell you. I said it was only like 2 minutes left of my show. And then one by one, all the crowd was like, me too, me too, me too, me too. So there's 30 people standing there. I went, does everyone want me to finish the show? And they're like, yes. So I got everyone in on this like small huddle in the middle of Enmore, like outside the Enmore Theatre, like right on the main street, people walking around us. And I finished the show in the middle of the street and got like,
awesome.
It was crazy. It was
that's
just,
great.
Yeah, it was mental. And then I was like, oh my God, it was just like, it was, yeah. Anyway, the Brisbane audience says no one fainted, so that was shit. But it was great.
Cunts.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
No, it was great. I loved it.
Oh,
Best
that's
show.
awesome.
I really loved the show.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
great, Zambo.
Yeah, I feel bad for teasing you now.
Yeah, my dad just died. So
Yeah,
thanks.
just. Hang on a second.
No, it's 12 years ago. It's fine. Yeah.
Although my dad just died, and I've written a show immediately. I need a profit on this thing.
12 years ago. Still getting them lasagnas dropped off from the death 12 years ago.
You're doing another one in Brisbane. So, if you want to go and see Good Chat, the Good Chat show, 55 minutes of it will be inside, and then down Caxton Street.
down
enjoy the last little bit.
Yeah.
And then you'll get to see her pretending that doesn't happen at every show. And that's probably the most amazing part of the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Is how
It's the
convincing it feels that this is like a real thing that's happening. Well, that's very exciting. Well, Zam, you've done the live version of this show a couple of times, and it's always a treat to have you on. And I think what we're going to do now is just dive into the problems. I think that's
so if you're a first timer and you've made it this far, basically we get people to put problems into a bucket at our live shows. Myself, Pete, and special guests get very drunk and solve them with a 100% success rate, guaranteed, never failed. The only thing is we have leftover problems at the end. I've scraped the bottom of the barrel, quite literally, stacked them all together, so we have a bunch of problems to go through with the help of EMMA ZAMMIT. So let's consult the bucket.
Is that the bucket?
That's my bucket noise.
Oh.
All right. EMMA
Just
ZAMMIT,
letting you know,
let's
that sounds nothing like a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, what did you go to fucking bucket school? You got a fucking bucket school, Emma?
Obviously, I just clicked the wrong thing on the map. Mac, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, you clicked the wrong thing on the map, you idiot.
Do you guys want to high five each other now?
Yes.
No, I ruined it, but I'll take it. All right. Well, sorry to hit a sore point, but the father.
The first problem is dad related. Great cunt. Thanks.
Oh, God. Okay.
The father of my child and I have been together for 10 years, and he still hasn't proposed.
Wowee, father of... That seems like you've taken things in an interesting order there to create life Well, I guess it's not a prerequisite.
It's actually more common than you think, I think, Pete.
I had my kids first.
Yeah. Both?
Okay, all right. So, as a godless heathen, what's... I'm not even. I don't know what. I just felt scared. I didn't know what to do, so I just went on the attack. Oh my God. So you had, how many children did you have before getting
We got married?
Yeah.
Two.
But
he proposed when I was pregnant with my first.
Cram before the exam.
Shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shotgun wedding.
Yeah. No, actually.
Oh.
We had my son, then we booked the whole wedding I got down to my goal weight, and then I accidentally fell pregnant 7 months later. So my kids are 13 months apart. We didn't end up getting married till 5 years later.
Oh, wow. So you're only half the time of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you, because what's your view on marriage?
Fuck, that's deep.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
He's married and not for
Yeah.
it.
What's my view on it?
Because you're in it. Like this person's been together for 10 years. My first thought when I hear about this is, why do you need it? Like it seems like it's
It seems like it's a little bit her problem. Well,
yeah.
No, to be honest, it feels like she should have had that conversation before having a child. So, do you want to be married or not? It's obviously a problem for her that they're not married.
Yeah, the child was the marriage plan. Yeah, she had the kid to get married.
Yeah, I was like,
it
seems like you might need to communicate a bit better. You haven't had the big chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big chat before.
One of my friends today was saying that she was on her 4th date with a guy, and he's already flat up asked, "Do you want kids or not? Because I'm not moving forward with it." And that's the 4th date.
How old is she?
28?
Yeah. See, you know what? Oh shit! Sorry, guys. You know what?
Hang on, guys. Shad's so important. He's got an email.
I've got other things going on outside this podcast, guys.
You should make that the bucket sound.
I just saw the subject of the email too. Congratulations, mate. Someone gets to host an open mic.
Thank you very much.
Woo! What a thrill! He's moving up in the world. I'm so proud of you, my little guy.
Oh my god. Anyway, go. Yes.
A mutual friend of ours. I know that he and his partner that discussion very quick in the relationship. And I feel like it's something that 28 surprising me, but I feel like people I know in their 30s that are single, it's like an immediate kind of discussion.
Yeah, so if she's still surprised after 10 years, then you haven't had the chat.
Yeah, he's not marrying you. That's what my view is.
Well,
it's not happening.
There was a movie about this and a book, and it was called He's Not That Into You.
What's the kid called, I wonder? Was the kid a hint as well? Kid was born and it was called I Do. Being whoops.
I say oops. Do you say whoops?
I say oop.
You don't put the S on it?
Well, this has been a thing that I've been getting picked on by my girlfriend, Sonia. She's like, I'm getting old because when something happens...
Not fiance.
Just and just if you're listening, babe, don't even bother having the kid. But I'll do...
He laughs now, but he'll edit that out. I can tell.
I'm leaving it in.
That's how you get the kid.
Yeah.
I say oop when something happens. I've been like, oop, oop.
What are you, bloody Hugh Grant from Notting Hill? Oopsie daisy.
I can't stop doing it. Oop.
But it's an S.
No, I've heard a lot of oop. I think oop is becoming the most common. Oop.
Oop.
Oop. Oop. Oop. Oop.
What are we, 87? What are we ooping about? Oop. 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 There's so many tones, isn't it? There's there's the you're in trouble oop. It's like oop.
Okay, can I give you a couple of situations and you give me the appropriate oop?
Okay, go.
Okay.
Making a cup of tea, the string falls in the water.
Oop.
Nah,
the fuck?
That's weird.
Why was that
Excuse me, guys.
wrong?
You asked me for my opinion. I just gave it, and
wrong.
you fucking
Yeah.
put me down. Okay, fine. I'll try again.
Really? I didn't think you put yourself there.
What about that? Oop.
Do it again? Yep, that's it.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
like a oop.
Yeah, the first one was
Did you guys go to oop school?
crazy.
or-
Bad.
Yeah,
I went to
pretty
oop
well
school.
Okay, next situation.
Okay, next situation. Partner gets down to propose, and he's proposing above a water drain for some reason. Opens the ring falls down into the drain.
I don't think that's an oop.
I think that upgrades from oop to an I
Yeah.
know.
But if it had to be an oop,
It would be oop.
yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty spot on. That
you
one,
do
yeah.
one. You do an oop. You do an
Okay,
oop.
a scenario.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you're walking down the street. You got a lovely new hat on. You love this hat. Big breeze comes. Off goes the hat, flying down the street.
Oop.
Okay.
I feel like in all situations, the oop needs to be way shorter than both the first and the last oop that you've given.
Yeah.
If it's long enough to be a big word.
Yeah, but you've just lost.
Ooh!
Yeah, but you've just lost your new hat. Like it's not an oop.
Okay.
It's-
What about
it's-
this?
yeah.
You're having sex with your partner,
Okay.
and you're just starting,
Ooh!
and he comes like in the first minute.
Oh.
Oh.
I think the most demoralising one would be the really quick, like you fucked up making the cake or something, to go like, oop, oop, what have you done? What have you done there?
I reckon going full.
Have you done a... That's not when we do that. Straight away. Oop, oopsie.
The most demoralising is going oopsie daisy.
Like full. Oopsie daisy, you've done your bickies.
I love doing an oopsie daisy when you know that person's fucked up. You're like, oopsie daisy.
Yeah, full on kicking the boot in.
Yeah.
In terms of this,
back to the problem.
Okay, back to the father of the child. It's either you have the conversation with him, and you say, "Are we doing this or not?" And then you've set then she's obviously not meeting her expectation of what she thought how it would go out. So it's just have the conversation. If he says, "I don't think I want to be a marrying type," then you're going to have to just either change your own expectations around the relationship. If it's a good relationship, it doesn't say anything about the relationship. If it's a good relationship, then just that might be your life. You're not going to be a married person.
I'd be curious. Well, what the purpose of a marriage is to show some level of commitment to another human being for the rest of your life. But you've made something. You've made a person. That seems like a big enough commitment.
Must
really,
be a pretty shit person then that they're like, it doesn't quite touch the sides.
It's cross-eyed. Where's the ring?
But I think, what about this? He might not be able to afford a ring.
What if you trick him? Do a little trick him. Right? So it's like,
I already had the
he hands you something, like you go, can you hand me that bag over there? And he hands it to you, but you've actually put an engagement ring in there. And in a public place, you pull that out. And you're like, what's this? Oh.
And you've got the camera crews.
I do.
Or you've already paid for them. It's on video.
Yep.
Quick as you like, that's on Instagram. That's hard to come back from.
It's already there. And he's 10 years in.
And then it becomes like a flash mob behind you and they've choreographed this
dance book everything.
To Bruno Mars' Marry Me.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
It's a beautiful night.
Marry me.
I'm looking for something dumb to do.
Bruno Mars' Marry Me. Hey, baby, I think I'm going to marry me.
We've done it again.
We've done it again.
Nice work, Sambo.
All right. Next problem. This is a real short one. It just says social media addiction. Any tips?
I don't have a fucking clue. I'm addicted.
Yeah, I'm all in.
All three of us. There's no point.
Mate, it's right in my vein, that shit.
I'm shocking.
I'd get the chip.
I'm shocking.
Oh, I love chips.
I'm not a person to be... But, like, it's so contradictory for me because my son loves Fortnite and I can see how shit it is and how much he's on it too much. But then I'm like, well, I'm no good. I'm literally on the couch scrolling Instagram and I'm like, get off Fortnite.
You've got TikTok.
It's right in your brain. And then I'm like, anyway, stop. I'm making it real.
What's your biggest vice? Online vice?
You know, I posted my vice.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. I've got a sequence of how I check all my social media. So I go,
sick.
I go Instagram. Well, if it's in the morning, I go Wordle, Instagram, Facebook, news.com.au, and then I just...
Look, the news is like
this is
like
at the
way
end.
down the line.
Yeah.
No, I want to see what renovation someone's doing. I
want to do the news.com.au daily quiz.
What a dog got up to on the weekend before I hear about the Middle East.
Yeah.
Which actually, I would actually prefer that. Yeah. Like, ease me in.
Start your day with a squirrel and a jet ski.
Yeah.
45 minutes later, there's been a 9/11.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Whoop.
Yeah.
Whoop. There's been a 9/11. Hang on, right? This is my impression of an up person witnessing 9/11. Ready? Whoop, whoop.
I just snuggled into the mic. I'm sorry. Your face following the plane then. Is it? But that's the worst thing is no one can visually actually see, but the first plane.
There are two very high quality cameras filming this.
Oh my God, this is the way you followed the first plane. You're like, whoop, whoop.
Oh my God.
Okay, do you have any tips, Pete?
Oh, man. Can I
feel
ask...
like Pete's probably the less addictive out of all three of us.
Well, how about this? Do you reckon it'd be Pete? Then who out of you and me?
I think you and I are definitely more addicted than Pete.
You think so?
You can check on your phone what your usage is.
Oh, okay.
How do you do that?
So let me have a look here
Oh
on...
God, this is going to be bad. I think I'm actually going to... I run a household. I run a household.
Okay, all right.
What a weird flex. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
All right, we get it. Being a mum's a job too. I'm the CEO of the household.
Where do we go to?
How do I do this?
Screen time. What's your daily average on screen?
I can't find it.
Here, give it to me. What's your daily average?
Here we go.
Screen time.
Oh,
okay, here we go. Fuck, it's pretty grim.
What's yours?
So my daily average since the 13th, so this past week, basically, it's been 6 days. It's 6:53.
That's no better.
It's not that better.
That's your daily?
What's yours, Pete?
6:57.
I'm 5 hours 25.
Wow. Someone's getting their wordles quick.
So Pete's the top. Pete's top dog.
Hey, I've always said I'm the top.
Wow.
On this podcast.
High five each other.
What was your biggest day? I had a day where apparently it was 11. That doesn't make sense.
11
That can't be real. I must have had something playing.
But I feel like I'm a big doing things but having a podcast on or whatever. But do you have to have your screen?
Well, I have YouTube
live?
playing while I cook.
I love how you two are trying to justify it. I'm like...
Yeah, and then I'm doing stuff.
Mate,
I'm running a household over here.
I love how you're like, I've got YouTube going while I cook. You're still watching a screen while you do another task. That doesn't mean anything.
They're playing in the background, mate.
What have you got on YouTube? What are you doing on YouTube?
None of your fucking business, mate. I'm just couple of recipes.
I'm making a risotto and I'm trying to watch homeless people fight each other. What's the fucking big issue?
I feel like...
Big issue. That's what they'd probably fight with. Big issue league. BIL. Anyway.
Have we solved it?
Not really, but I think in terms of social media addiction, like you were saying Fortnite, I would like to branch across to that. Your kid uses Fortnite heaps. Mm-hmm. Why don't you, if you start playing Fortnite, that'll probably make him stop playing Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. Anything that your parents do, you don't think's cool anymore.
It's like we all migrated to Instagram because our parents started getting onto Facebook.
This is a good point.
You know what I mean? And then, my brother's younger and that, they go onto TikTok because all their parents and stuff are on Instagram.
But that means, because his screen and, monitors in his room, so that means I'd have to go into his room and
No, you get your own console in your room. You play them online.
Oh, I could think of
and you keep killing him.
Fucking worse than doing that.
And then you've got, the headset and talking to him, like, I fucked your mum, bro.
This is all I hear from Louis' room. Bro! Where are ya? Bro! Don't kill me, bro! Oh, bro! Oh, I'm leaving.
Don't kill me, bro. It'd be so funny.
It makes me mental. And then...
It'd be so funny to hear that and then find out there's an actual homicide happening on the other side of them. Bro, don't kill me, bro.
Oh, and then I was whinging to my friend going, how do I get him off Fortnite? And she goes, you've got to show him a bit of respect because there's so many players in the game of Fortnite. You have to, maybe instead of saying, get off, because he can't just leave a game, he goes, you should ask him how many players are left and would you mind joining us for dinner afterwards? I went, is this what my life has become?
Oh, wow.
But I changed, I did start doing it. And I was like, how many players are left do you think you could get off soon? He said, 25. And I go, how many minutes do you think that is? And he goes, depends on how quick they die. And I was like, I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and if the 25 aren't dead, you come in. He's like, okay. I'm like, what?
If the 25 aren't dead in 2 minutes, that's a strike rate and a half. That's sick.
How long does it take for 25 people to die?
No idea. I don't play it, but that sounds like a lot of people to die.
Well, that's around the world. That's around the world.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? I
can't
that
changes
talking
it?
about this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's around the world.
There are 6 billion people alive.
I made him buy Donkey Kong because I was like, this game is sick. And he didn't like it. I was like, you're shit.
Wow.
I'm really good at
Donkey Kong. Hey, brother, I know Fortnite's fun, but there's this great game called Pong that I think you're going to love.
Yeah. There's a game called Snake on Nokia 6210. You're going to love it.
Social media addiction, any tips? It's one of the better addictions to have, to be honest.
You get on it. If you've got, if you're younger and you want to get off it, show your parents how to use it and befriend them. That'll get you off it. Put things on there that you don't want to interact with. Like if your parents are constantly interacting you on it, you'll move off it and it'll move into something else. I think that's the way to go.
I love it.
We've done it again.
Next problem.
This one's an easy one.
My roommate smells. How do I tell her?
Get a new roommate.
All right, we're done.
Move out. We've done it again.
This is how you tell your roommate that they smell.
It's also where do they smell?
No, this is what I would say. If you roommate,
where do they smell? Wait, sorry. Like
there's many
on their
smells.
body parts.
Yeah, but like this is it's a good question by me.
Yeah, I think it is a good question.
Because what if it's BO?
I
we
see.
solve it that way. If it's stinky bum because you don't wipe yourself properly, there's that problem.
Yeah,
and that is a huge difference.
it is very different.
I would say that's the way I was going to interpret it, which was. It's the moment's so much past. But anyway, the greatest way to tell your roommate that they smell is to go, hey, you know that little thing on the front of your face there with the 2 holes? If you go, you'll be able to recognise odours and scents around you. You smell.
I feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel like this this might stay in just to see how awkward it is.
I actually laughed harder at your 9/11 joke than that one.
Well, to be fair, the 9/11 joke was pretty fucking red hot.
Pete, there's no way on earth, knowing you would up front be that person to someone. To say that directly to someone.
Yeah, have a look at yourself.
Pete, have a look at yourself with your Harry Potter glasses sliding down your nose. You would never directly go to someone, see those 2 things at the front? You can smell your own.
No, what I was saying, how to tell someone that they smell. I was doing a comedy joke.
Yeah.
Were you?
So I was interpreting the sentence of my roommate smells as opposed to instead of them having an odour, it was that they have the ability to smell. How do I tell her that she has the ability to smell? But then when I said that the moment has passed, I should have listened to my own instinct. Because any time that you say that to yourself, it's not going to be followed up by the greatest thing you've ever said.
Oh, sorry. Are you still talking?
Yeah, I didn't realise this turned into one of them comedy. How do you write your jokes podcast?
The most boring explanation.
And how do you? What inspires you?
Oh, I want to do a big suicide. Oh no, I'd love to do a suicide right now.
I reckon.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
I think from an experienced wog who has known a few days of stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there's this thing when you breastfeed is
olive tit.
I'll
live them too.
What's an olive tit?
I was just guessing what your wog problem was going to be.
Women get this like sometimes you can get like blocked ducts. Like DUCTS.
Shut up, Shad. I can hear Shad's head. I can hear Shad's brain.
I know.
What?
And I know you're going to go like quack.
I'm not
or something.
saying
You're
that.
going to quack.
I would never.
Listen up, children.
Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
educating you on women's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
This could be the roommate. It is a her.
Well, yeah. If you're breastfeeding, sometimes you get blocked ducts underneath your armpit, and it actually causes you to smell. My right armpit was so fucking stinky when
Just
I was
one
breastfeeding.
side.
Just one side would smell. And it was like the horror of me every day. And all my girlfriends got it. We all got it. One of us had one armpit that smelled worse when we were breastfeeding.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you could do that thing. You put your arms around each other, and then it would just kind of stay in the
It
middle.
would just be I would put deodorant on in the morning and it would be smelly within like 2 minutes.
Really?
So my fear and it's the worst feeling to sit in your own smell. I mean, there's taxi drivers that you get in with and they don't give a fuck. You know, when you get in and they just stink and they're just owning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way you're going to have to tell them is really has to be quite delicate.
I don't know if I mentioned this in a pod before. I feel like I've told you before, Pete. When I worked in Darwin, there was an afternoons announcer on the station that was quite easily, in my lifetime, I've never encountered someone that smelled worse. Like, quite literally, you'd feel your nose burning.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like sulfuric, you know?
Wow.
And it was so bad. And Darwin's like hot, sweaty kind of place, especially in the wet season. That'd be when it really bad. And he'd walk to work and he was like the grossest human being I've ever encountered in my life. And he had his own office because none of us wanted him in the general space.
So no one's...
You'd say something to him or like you'd speak to upper management and they'd have to, hey, you're a bit on the nose today. And in the studio, there was quite literally, I still remember it, like thinking back to it, was my first radio job. And I was like, why is there so many cans of Glen 20 in the studio? And they're like, you'll know when old mate comes in. And he was on after me. And I would record my last break so that I could get out of this, like not have to do the crossover.
So like
stinky.
So he was aware of it and still didn't change anything to try and correct it.
And he was just gross. He used to have his shoes off and his little fucking hobbit feet on
That's
that.
a level
so
of arrogance.
rank, dude. Yeah.
Cannot understand.
But this is the workplaces we're building now, mate. All these fucking snowflakes can't say shit to anyone anymore. Can't even walk into a workplace and say, hey, stinky cunt. Oh, he's smelly. Put some fucking deodorant on. Have a bath. Get out of here.
This reminded me, I heard a story about at the Adelaide Fringe this year, someone had their show, and then beforehand there was an improviser show. Like there was like improvisers, and then their fans would come in, and then they would say like every night they'd come in and their venue just smelt so bad, and then they were like bad mouthing this fucking improv troupe for a week, going these stinky fucking improvisers coming in here with their yes and their fucking pong, and then it turned out, but then it just turned out to be like a sewage leak in the pipes. And they've just been very publicly shitting on these improvisers.
Oh my God.
Who had also been like, God, it smells in here. It's so bad. And then but just the stand-up mind to go like, oh, something smells, probably a fucking improviser. Dirty cunts.
I've got a suggestion.
Yeah,
oh, please.
hit it.
Let's assume it's BO.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's probably safe to assume.
This is how I would approach it. I would say, hey, I would pick up whatever can of deodorant they use and say, oh, do you use this, Rexona? I found when I used that, it really made me smell quite bad. So I've switched over to this one. You should try it. It's way better.
Nice.
So I owned my own smell
Yeah.
and then didn't shame them.
Yeah, it's like you're like by helping her find out she's stinky by trying to admit that you're a bit stinky.
Yes.
And there's like a bit of a stinky brethren type of situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Camaraderie's in the stench.
I think that is absolutely the right play.
Yeah.
We'll just go, I've just recently switched to this deodorant.
Yeah.
It's changed my life.
It has changed my life.
As a gift, I've got this. I buy it for a few friends as well.
Yeah.
Go like come back with like 8 of them and go like I'm getting that for all my girlfriends.
Yeah.
So here's a little gift. Take
And then
this
your
from me.
your reaction to her using it is like over the top.
You go,
Yeah.
Oh, you smell great.
Yes.
Wow. Whoop.
Are you a candle? Are you a human candle? You smell so good.
Yum, yum, Rexona, air fresh.
We've done it again. I love that suggestion. My family loves my sister more. Bit of sibling problem. You've got I actually saw a photo of you and your sister recently, and boy, does that gene pool, is it strong?
It's strong, isn't it?
It's so strong.
Yeah.
I probably, like, in passing, if I saw your sister in the shop, would go, oh.
Yeah, she sounds exactly like me, and my family loves her more than me.
Oh, this is a you problem as well.
Well, she's so good at bloody everything.
Okay.
She's older than me. I've all my brothers and sisters are older than me. Do you have siblings, Chad?
You've
got your brother.
I have
brother.
half siblings, yeah.
Yeah, and
Top
Pete,
ups.
I got a brother and a sister.
brother and sister, yeah. So my sister is, well, first of all, she's the shorter, skinnier version of me. So she got that gene. Like always, I got the big.
Yeah, blame the genes.
Yeah, I got the wog thighs.
And they're bigger genes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can't share clothes. And I've got the big bloody feet. I've got Ronald McDonald's size 11 women's feet. She's got a
size
normal...
11s?
Yeah.
What's a size 11 woman in a fella?
9.
You got a 9 fella?
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Nice.
fellas with 9s, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Well, yeah.
of course you do.
Yeah, they got big hooves. Couple of blokes.
And then, so she's got a size 8, which is just a good normal size. Mm-hmm. She's a psychotherapist, so she's smart, and I am not.
You're a psycho.
Yeah, and I'm a psycho.
That has a therapist.
Yeah.
It's her. I just get it for free. Yeah, and she's just good. She just knows how to like do stuff better. She's just a good. And I love her. Like, she's the best.
Yeah.
Like, I'm totally envious of...
And you're happy to be the sort of D-grade.
Yeah,
sister?
I just bring the silly jokes and the...
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like a level of like, oh, parents definitely prefer sister to me? Or do you feel like they distribute
Look, I'm
the
saying
love
in an
evenly?
emergency, if my mum had an emergency, she's absolutely calling my sister before me.
What about if there's like a Sophie's Choice type situation?
Oh,
like,
fuck. My sister.
like, do you feel like you're the organ farm for the... Have you guys got the same blood type?
Yeah. Yes, we do actually, and we're rare. We're B
Dude, I hate
negative.
to tell ya.
B
We're
negative.
both B negative. My dad, my sister, myself, and my son are B negative, which is super rare.
Is there a possibility that you're like you're a clone of some description? Like if there's similarities are this close?
Have you seen this picture of my sister and I?
No, I haven't.
You should.
It's pretty crazy.
What's her OnlyFans?
Do you know what we didn't even? Do you know what we did? It's
Itty bitty
psychotherapist.
Itty bitty Zam, the thin one.
Small feet Zammit 69 / OnlyFans.
The thing. So this was her and I laughing, and someone captured that photo.
Look at that. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she's 6 years older than me. But yeah, and we're both wearing star sign earrings, and yeah, she's the best.
Amazing.
But they definitely love her more.
So then, is there no solution for this person? You're just going to burden them by saying, yeah, the family does love them.
Where your place is in the family is your place for life. There's no solution for this person.
No, I think you got to get a sense of humour.
Yeah.
Yeah, get jokes.
You got to win
Get
them
jokes
over.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do that. You know that trick kids learn when they're younger where they cup their arms and they make their armpit fart?
Well, you're
learn
so
that
good
fast.
that your armpit also stinks as well, which is pretty exciting.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would never do that joke. I would never do that. I'd do it that
Yours is like a 4D experience.
Yeah.
I got to shake your hand after it. Don't worry, I've solved this problem now.
Silent but deadly. Yeah. Zammit's armpit cup farts that audible also smell like an asshole.
Oh my God.
Get a sense of humour. You're a comic. Well done. Congratulations.
Well
Welcome to our
done.
world.
You've done it again. We'll see you at the next open mic. Yeah, this is probably a second last problem, and we'll get this out of here. I've started sleep talking again. ... And crying and laughing. ... In my sleep. I don't know why they put so many pauses.
Why is this a problem?
Big pause.
Sounds like you're fucking sleep talking when you wrote this.
I freaking love when people talk in their
There
sleep.
is nothing wrong with sleep talking.
I love it.
I'm a bit of a sleep talker.
Do you?
Are you?
Yeah. This is my favourite one. So my partner Annie, we woke up one day and she goes, "Having big dreams last night, were you?" And I was like, "I don't know, I was asleep." And she's like, "In the middle of the night, you sat up."
Always got the humour on this kid, isn't he?
He goes,
like,
He's always on, mate, even in his sleep.
He's like, "You sat up abruptly, freaked me out because you were just sitting vertical."
And so it's great to be here.
Just give me the light at 5. Give me the night light at 5. You just sat up in the middle of the night, and I went, "Peter, are you all right?" And you went, "Oh, Mariah Carey's on the train." And then you laid back down and went to sleep.
See, this is what's great about it.
What is this dream?
I was on the train.
I would love to
And
sleep
Mariah
next to a
Carey
sleep
was on the
talker.
train.
I would love it. It's so funny and it's so interesting. Unless there's some really deep trauma that comes out in the sleep talking where the person's like, because he or she put crying
and laughing. Yeah. Like Sonia talks in her sleep. Like my girlfriend talks in her sleep sometimes. But it's just like gibberish. It's like, well, when the bins are out on Tuesday. And you're like, okay, shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just
boring
mumbling.
dream.
Yeah, weird mumbling. But like, I feel like crying and laughing would be kind of scary for anyone else who's in the bed with you. Like, imagine, like, depends on the kind of laugh. It's like a, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But if it's like a, you're like, what the fuck's happened? Or a, like, you'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's
In the
going
middle of the
on?
night, like, fucking hell. Just the biggest laugh you've ever heard in your life. A laugh that you'd never heard them make to any joke you've ever said.
Now that you put it that way, that would freak me. And I'm a real scaredy cat. So anyone that kind of like my husband, every night, I go to sleep before him. He comes in. He's just a night owl. Every night I sit up and I go, and he goes, "Who do you think it is?" Every night I go, in my sleep.
Really?
And imagine me sleeping next to someone going,
Yeah, but you are quite scared because I was talking to you on the phone once and you made me stay on the phone with you because you had to walk from your car to your front door.
Yeah.
And it was nighttime.
yeah, I'm a
Could like see the door and was just like, you stand on the phone with me because you had been listening to a true crime podcast on the way to the house.
I don't know what chat. You know, when I lived in London, I'm so scared. And my sister, who's also so beautiful and always protective of me.
Okay, stop giving her tickets, mate. We get it.
No, but the point is, this is the point. She's in Sydney. I lived in London. I worked in this burger shop. I'd finish at 1 a.m. She'd make me call her every end of my shift and she would walk me home on the phone. Now, what she could have done from Sydney, I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to be so scared walking home by myself. She would, whatever time I was in Sydney, wait for that call and then take the call and just chat to me on the way home.
I've just been stabbed. Put me on loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Stop that.
I'm
Stop
a
stabbing my
therapist.
sister. Yes, she doesn't look as hot as I do, but that doesn't mean she doesn't deserve to live. yes, I'm a 10 and she's easily a 6, but she deserves to live. Look at her feet. Look at her feet. They're a 9.
Oh,
yes, she's a fucking disgusting freak, but she's nice.
They're not a 9, they're 11. It's a men's 9.
Men's 9.
Men's 9.
Just steal her shoes and get it over and done with.
Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, I'm a massive scaredy cat. So that would freak me out. I think they can't control it, though, unless they actually go see a therapist. I don't think you can actually cure sleep talking or walking.
I saw a thing on Instagram where people were like taping their mouth.
Yeah, that's
shut.
a thing.
Because apparently it's like better to like breathe through your nose. So maybe they should just incorporate a bit of the taping of the mouth shut.
I think that could actually put people into quite a panic. Like, imagine if you were like wanting to talk and then you can't, and then you're trying to go like the hyperventilating, and then you. So you're basically going to kill someone with that advice.
I'm not saying tape up their hands as well, Zach, but like they've still got used to their arms.
Put them in the boot of their car. It's good for their health.
We're done it again.
All right, last one. I found my boss's cock ring. Should I bring it up?
I think he's already got it up.
Hey, not without the cock ring.
High five. Let's foot 5.
Oh, we foot 5'd and I've never felt like my foot is smaller.
What size are you?
68.
No, what are you?
I am a men's 10.
Oh, you can borrow my heels whenever you want. So, okay, there's so many questions around this.
My
Where
biggest
did you
question
find
is,
it?
what possible circumstance did you find your
find
boss's
it on his
cock
cock
ring?
before he put it in you? Like, what is it?
Yeah, because that would be the bigger issue.
Yeah.
Cleaning up at the office is kind of funny. Yeah. You're cleaning up his desk and he's just left his cock ring on.
Open the dishwasher.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I know, like we're emptying out the fridge on Friday, but who keeps putting their cock ring in the dishwasher?
It's fucking disgusting.
It keeps getting caught around the cutlery.
What about, how people like spin around in chairs in offices and they like fiddle with like pens, like they do this, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, he's just spinning
he's
it on
just spinning his cock ring.
It's
Yeah, so anyway, I need those accounts by Tuesday, Becky, all right?
Why does your fidget spinner have bunny ears?
I tell you what, actually, you know what you should do if you found your boss's cock ring? Put that in a nice little ring box, sneak it into your partner's bag, and next thing you know, that 10-year proposal's on, baby!
Yeah, we've done it
again.
Yes!
A little latex ring for the one you love. Oh, well, that is the end of our episode today. Emma, thank you so much for coming
Thanks
on.
for having me.
Have
I overshared with the armpit? I feel like I might have.
No, I love it.
You've not shared enough.
Give us a whiff before you go.
It's good now. I've found the one deodorant that works.
Please go and see Emma ZAMMIT around the country. Where can people find you on the internet?
EMMA ZAMMIT comedian.
And if you message her, chances are you will get a response immediately. She's never off her fucking phone.
Yeah. Also, how do we find your sister online as well?
More to the point.
ZAMMIT, your show, Good Grief, at the Good Chat Comedy Club in Brisbane. Goodchatcomedy.com is where you can go and get tickets to ZAMMIT's show. You can also get tickets to our show as well if you want to come and see this live.
Nah.
What? But anyway, thanks very much, you big foot bitch, and a real treat to once again be back here with you, Shaddy. We'll be back next week with another cracking episode. Emma, thank you very much. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.